your Sagittarius Strawberry Full Moon Astrology Report. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I feel like this full moon might be more transformative than even that entire eclipse portal that we were just in. There's so much going on, so much to unpack here. But I want to start by talking about Jupiter. Jupiter coming in strong. Jupiter has entered Taurus. And raise your hand if you are a Taurus, because this is your lucky time. As Jupiter is coming in to conjunct that Taurus North Node, really affecting anyone who's a Taurus, anyone who has Taurus North Node, but really having a positive impact on all the fixed signs. That's right, I said a positive impact on the fixed signs. So we're talking Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. This is your time to reap the rewards. We have really done the work over the last year and a half or so in that Scorpio, Taurus, Death Transformation Rebirth Eclipse cycle, and all those Saturn squares that were affecting the fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. I know you've been through some major changes, radical shifts, and perhaps a complete recalibration of your life. And we were really put through that diamond making pressure of the Saturn squares, but now Jupiter is coming with blessings. Jupiter is like the great king who you can ask for whatever it is that you desire. And Jupiter brings blessings. Jupiter brings this gift of hope and faith. And this full moon in Sagittarius is kind of a big deal. And of course, Sagittarius is naturally ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter coming in so strong, conjunct that North Node in Taurus, is really promising a gift for all of us from the king after we have completed this harrowing eclipse cycle in Scorpio, Taurus, lunar axis, which is now over. I'm really grateful to say, even as a Scorpio, I know I can handle it, but I don't want to handle it. I'm glad it's over, and we will be in the clear for a while. And now the north nodes will begin to move towards Aries and Libra. Aries, that first sign of the zodiac wheel, really bringing in even more rebirth, brand new opportunities. And Libra, all about relationships and harmony and peace. I think our world is moving in 2023 into a better place for being out of Scorpio. But as we still have this rebirth energy, as Jupiter does this final conjunction with that Taurus North Node, this is really bringing us an awareness of our resources, our food supplies, and perhaps our greater earth resources like the metals in the earth and the oil that we use. And this is a really good time for investing. Jupiter, it's all about the money, the Benjamins, and Jupiter in Taurus, conjunct that North Node, wants us to really invest now in gold, metals, oil, all the earth resources. But this is also a wonderful time for buying real estate investing, land, buying a farm, growing your own food. These are all the kinds of things that will be coming out of this Jupiter in Taurus conjunct this North Node. So if you've been thinking about buying a home or real estate, this is a good full moon to really put your efforts towards that. And of course, we've also had that grand cross in the fixed signs with Pluto in Aquarius and Mars in Leo, having that grand square to this North Node Taurus Scorpio axis. And now we bring in Jupiter, and it's like Jupiter expands whatever he touches. So this grand cross, this grand square cross that I was talking about in the new moon Taurus astrology report. If you didn't watch that one, you might want to go back because I really dive in deeper about this grand square T. And now when Jupiter enters this grand square cross, it really raises our awareness even more into Pluto, transformation, Mars, ambition, and all the fixed signs again. Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, really feeling the energy. But we all have these fixed signs somewhere in your astrology chart. So if you know your astrology chart, if you've had your astrology chart done, if I've read your astrology chart, let me know where Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio show up for you, because that is where you will be feeling this tension, this diamond making pressure, as we have this incredible grand square cross on this Sagittarius full moon this month. And once again, this is calling for a recalibration of figuring out what it is you want next out of this one precious life, and all these major shifts that are affecting the fixed signs, or wherever in your chart you have fixed signs, whatever house it's in, there will be a change here. And Jupiter comes in like a spiritual leader, like a higher power, like source divine energy, to really help to empower you in whatever area if you're wanting to make a change, if you're wanting to launch a new business or start something new. This is a potent energy for getting ready to be ready and starting to put your plans into motion, because Jupiter is going to come into this grand cross, and he's really going to empower you to be bigger than you are now. And all of this is happening in the night sky, in the constellation of Algol, though. And so this full moon is coming into that Algol star, which rules over Medusa, who was beheaded. So I will say, as you're making your grand plans, just make sure you don't lose your head over it. You don't go out of your mind. Don't do something that's so out in left field that it's like you're not thinking straight. Because you can have that with Jupiter too. Jupiter is such an expander. Jupiter is this powerful, empowering energy, but sometimes Jupiter has these larger than life plans, and then it doesn't work out because Jupiter kind of just thought that it could do more than it could. So just be a little bit cautious with that, with Jupiter. But there is a hope and a promise of a better world to come when Jupiter comes in conjunct this north node at this full moon. And it's really giving us the gift of resilience, which I think so many of us could use a little more resilience in our world right now. And it can also feel a little bit with Jupiter like it's a little bit too good to be true. And Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and Sagittarius full moon is that happy-go-lucky vibe that nothing can go wrong. And so sometimes it can make you overreach or do, having such high hopes as you ask, believe, and receive. And I really believe this is a full moon to manifest, using that ask for what you want, believe it is coming, and be open to receive. But the other trick with that is you have to let go of your attachment to the outcome. And Sagittarius and Jupiter don't love to let go of their attachment. So that is the lesson in this full moon, is can you let go of your attachment for how it's going to play out, because it might come to you in a totally different way. And so you'll have to have faith and trust in the universe that what you want is coming, but it might not look exactly as you have it on your vision board. It might come in a totally unexpected way to surprise and delight you. So be open to it's showing up in a different way than what you expected. And don't get so attached to getting what you want exactly as you want it. Maybe you want this one house, but there's another house that's even better, that would fit your family even more. And just be open to making these minor adjustments with this full moon. And we also have Saturn in Pisces right now in a positive sextile to that North Node Jupiter conjunction. And so when we have Saturn sextile, remember sextiles are positive, lucky transits. It's a good vibration. And Saturn is that teacher that wants you to learn the deep soul lessons. But this time Saturn comes in a little bit softer in Pisces, and the lesson is really wanting to give you what you want. And it's karma, but this time it could be good karma. If you've done good work and you've put a lot of energy into something, you may just reap the rewards of all of your good work right now with that Saturn in Pisces sextiling this Jupiter conjunct Taurus North Node. So I'm seeing a lot of good news transits. Thank goodness. We really do deserve some good news. And if you've been good, you can definitely expect something good, some kind of lucky break that can come at this full moon. So again, just really asking Jupiter for what it is you want, and being open to receiving it, and being open to receive something even better than you expected. That could happen on this full moon, Sagittarius. It's a lucky time. And of course, Sagittarius rules over horses. So I would not, I would think that maybe betting on a horse could be even good. You don't want to over gamble, because Sagittarius and Jupiter get really overly enthusiastic about gambling. But if you were near a horse track and there was horses racing, this could be a good moon to just, don't bet the farm, but just bet something you're willing to lose on a horse, because this is ruled by horses. And this full moon has a lot of horse energy. It's just a wild energy, wanting freedom, wanting to run wild, wanting to get out in nature, with that Taurus energy calling us back. And I'm so grateful just to be out in nature today. And so if you can on this full moon, get out into nature, get rooted, get grounded, do some earthing, put your bare feet into the ground, into the soil, or put your feet into the river. It's so nice. And just after this full moon, Mercury and Uranus also hanging out in the sign of Taurus. We've had such a stellium of planets in Taurus. They will also, Mercury, Uranus will conjunct. And so we have Mercury, Uranus, North Node, Jupiter, all hanging out in Taurus right now. And I kind of feel like they're all together. These are the Jedi mind power planets combined in Taurus, the planet of the Earth. It's like they're trying to figure out what to do about our Earth situation. And when Mercury and Uranus conjunct, it can be something really unexpected in our mental awareness. It can be an awakening. We could have a new invention or be creating new solutions, I would hope. I think there's something really exciting that can come from Mercury and Uranus conjunct, and then so close to the powerful Jupiter, the king, and that North Node in Taurus. There's just a lot going on. And if you are a Taurus, I know you're feeling a lot of these planetary influences in your sign. So if you're Taurus, I want to hear from you down below what's going on, because I know you're feeling it. And then we also have a lot happening with Venus, my favorite planet to talk about, Venus, who has been sextile Uranus. Uranus, that planet of those unexpected events, surprising, awakening, breakthrough moments. And this can be a breakthrough in love. Maybe you've just met someone, maybe you're falling in love. And Venus, sextile Uranus, it's a positive aspect for your love life, and just wanting to break out and break free and do something totally wild and unexpected. Venus sextile Uranus makes for an incredible party if you are planning a party. And on May 27th, Venus in Cancer, with the Sun in Gemini, was also having an aspect to Chiron, that wounded warrior healer. And so there was just a lot coming up emotionally to heal, maybe in your relationship, in your love life. And Venus in Cancer is so emotional. And then the Sun in Gemini just wants to talk about it. And then the Chiron, the wounded healer, wants to heal it. So maybe you've had a lot of big feelings coming up for you. That's really normal with this. And then just the one day after, on May 28th, as I'm recording this, the Sun is squaring Saturn with Venus still involved in that Sun square. And remember, squares can bring challenges, and so that can just bring a lot of intensity that can come right before this full moon to deal with. And I know a lot of people were traveling during this Sun square Saturn with Venus involved, and there might have been tension and challenges even within your vacation and your 3-day weekend. And after all of these heavy emotions that Venus has experienced in the sign of Cancer, which I've actually really enjoyed Venus in Cancer because that's a trine for Scorpio. If you're a water sign, if you are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, we've had either a trine or Venus really lighting us up if you're a Cancer, and that is good energy, just bringing you a lot of love energy. But for other signs, Venus in Cancer can be overwhelming emotions. And then Venus is going to move on June 5th into Leo, where Venus gets her fire back. And Venus in Leo is a lot more outgoing, and Leo, of course, rules over the heart. And so Venus really can tap into her heart chakra when she hits that Leo energy, and we will be more expressive and more wanting to go out and get out and socialize and see our friends. And maybe we've been a little bit hibernating with Venus and Cancer, but now we're ready to get out there and really see people and be seen. And so I think that is a really good fiery passion that can come from Venus and Leo. If you're starting a new relationship, or if you want to meet somebody, this is the time to get off the couch and go out and try to date and really go for it and try to find that love match. Venus in Leo can be so transformative for passionate relationships. And I know a lot of friends who are looking for love right now. I think that June has a promise of finding love, really powerful love. And next, I just want to read the Sabian symbol for this powerful Sagittarius full moon. And it is at Sagittarius at 15 degrees. And that is the Sabian symbol, the groundhog looking for its shadow. And this Sabian symbol is about anticipating new turns of events and ascertaining future prospects. In our modern industrial society, where policy changes and decisions often take several years to reach their full actualization, it's like time is speeding up now, and it has become essential to plan with an eye on possible future developments, new inventions, creativity. And such planning requires a study of past trends and past results to make sure that what you're reaching out for, the new path that you're forging ahead, will be successful. So what above all is implied in this Sabian symbol for this full moon is a sensitivity to social or planetary rhythms, and the need to ensure that at least relative safety by planning ahead. Look before you leap is really the Sabian symbol, is to plan ahead and look before you leap, with this Jupiter coming in so strong on this Sagittarius full moon. And the knowledge required is Ionic consciousness, meaning something cyclical that can take eons and eons to develop. And this is a new science created out of perspective that has not been experienced before. So we're really going in, that's that Uranus. That Uranus wants us to make quantum leaps. But then, and Sagittarius wants to go for it. And Jupiter's like, yeah, you could do it. But then there's also that needing to plan, to see if the groundhog sees his shadow, if spring is going to come, what's coming down the pike. We should really plan ahead because this energy is so hopeful, and all that Jupiter energy just wants to expand, just wants to go for it, just wants to do the thing. But make sure that you also do your planning and don't leap before you look, right? That is the goal of this Sagittarius full moon. So thank you so much for watching. We shall see what the future holds after this full moon. And I have to do the, I'm gonna announce in the comments who won the full moon, because I realized I left my pieces of paper in the car and we went out on this big old hike. So I didn't make it in here, but maybe we'll just type it in and I'll put it down in the comments too, because I have to draw a winner still. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment so you will be in it to win it on the next full moon when I give another astrology chart reading away. Thank you.